Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining. As you all come in, say hello as always. But today I have an amazing topic that we're going to talk about partnership. So, when it comes to partnership, it is not optional, it is essential for your business growth as a tech founder. So, if you're new here, I want you to drop in the chat where you're joining me from. Say hello. Let me know how your Wednesday is going and drop a one so I know that you are new here. But if you're not, still go ahead, drop in the chat where you're joining from because I want to celebrate you. It is Wednesday and let me know how your day is going. So if you're new here for the first time, welcome to the Executive Innovation Show where innovation meets funding and execution meets leadership. I'm your host, Shevvy, and my company helps tech founders like yourself to optimize federal opportunities by executing federal opportunities and strategies to grow and sustain your business through business development, but also SBIR advisory support. And that is what I do. That is what I support my clients with currently and in the future as well too. So come on in. And today we're going to talk about partnership, the essentialness of having the right partner to position your business for sustainability, for growth, but also to leverage not only your resources, but other aligned partnership to help you grow a sustainable business. Because as a tech founder, which I've worked with a couple of tech founders, I'm in conversation with tech founders, and whether that's in program management, cybersecurity, mechanical engineer, whatever that is, like whatever you're doing in that space, I definitely understand, and just through conversation, the overwhelming workload that you all have when it comes to generating, resources, money, when it comes to building a partnership, not having the time to build aligned partnership because you have to attend all these different events, conferences, maybe you're part of a board, you have deliverables, you have a family, you have kids, you're married, maybe your kids are young kids that they still need and looking for mom and dad to be fully present. You have to take care of your well-being. So there's so much that you are handling. Okay. And you're not alone. You are not alone. Hey, Queen, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have the Slay Queen in the building. Welcome, Queen. Yes. Thank you for joining in. And today we are talking about partnership and the essential of partnership because it is not optional, especially if you are in business. It really is key to your business growth. And when I say growth, not just little growth, sustainable growth. Because if you think about the bigger companies, like the Lockheed, the Boeing, just think of the Doolittle, all of these big companies, they're always leveraging partnership, whether that's with small businesses, because when it comes to federal opportunities, as you grow, you kind of lose opportunities in certain areas when it comes to the specific NACEs codes. But as a small business, you can leverage those relationships to create bigger opportunities. And that's what we're talking about today, is how you can leverage your business partnership to grow and scale your business, especially when it comes to being a tech founder. Because I know you're innovative. I know you have amazing ideas. I know you have great services. You're delivering great, quality service, but there's too much going on. And that's where I come in as your BD, which is your business development consultant, or help you to support you in a sense of submitting innovation opportunities. So let me know your thoughts in the chat. How do you feel about partnership? Drop in the chat and let me know, how do you feel about partnership? Because sometimes people don't want partnership because they want to hold on to all of the things and just kind of keep it all close to them, which is good. But if you're looking to build a sustainable business, I believe that partnership is essential. Okay. So drop in the chat if you're able to. If you're driving, I understand, but let me know in the chat. So why do we want to create aligned partnership? Because partnership, again, I'm going to stress this, it's not like a nice to have. As you want to grow, you have a vision maybe of selling your business in the future, but you want to make sure that that business, as you're building it, it has the value to where it is sellable. You want to be able to generate that revenue. You want to make sure that you have the resources in place to when that acquisition is like, oh, we're thinking about acquiring your company. you have leverage to do that. Okay. So partnership, the first thing is strategic growth requires partnership. So if you are here for growth, you are here for expansion, partnership is going to help you get there. And they're going to help you get there a lot faster than you doing it alone, doing it on your own. Okay. And if you're watching this on Facebook, thank you so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. And go ahead and subscribe to that channel and share this with someone that you know, like, hey, they're in the tech space and they can definitely use this information about creating that partnership. So strategic growth, like I mentioned, because when you have that strategic growth, you are able to leverage that company when it comes to, maybe they have the technical aspect of what you need to get this opportunity, maybe a contract opportunity, maybe it's for your innovation, maybe it's the operational strength, maybe you don't have the manpower to support a big contract, but you have this company who is bigger than your company, and they are able to provide you with the resources of people and the operations to execute at a higher level and a more doable level. So we have a few more people joining in as always. Samantha, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. How's your day going? Let me know in the chat. And also my question, since we have people showing up right now, what are your thoughts on partnership? How do you leverage partnership in your business? And do you see yourself leveraging partnership as you continue to build and grow? So thank you for joining. And we have Chanella Maxwell tuning in from New Jersey. Yeah. Hey, my stomping ground. That's where I went to high school, grew up as a kid, from fourth grade all the way to high school and some college until I joined the military. But welcome. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, so drop that response in the chat. Oh, why am I getting hoarse right now? Excuse me. So we're talking about partnership today. So really think of what are your thoughts on partnership and how can you leverage partnership to grow your business? And I don't care whatever stage you're at, whether you're at the beginning stage of your business, you're in the middle, you're like, I've been in here for 5 years, I've been here for 10 years. Growth is always happening. And you want to make sure that you have the right support, the right alignment. So strategic growth is going to be essential because we don't want this to be an option, y'all. We want this to be essential because we want to make sure that we can leverage other resources. So for me, what I do in my business is really helping you as a tech founder to bring that support in, because I know you don't have the time. I know you don't have the time, friend. You don't have the capacity because, like I said already, you have a family, you have clients that you're supporting, you have things that you have to meet, deadlines. Maybe there's registration that you have to complete to create other opportunities. You have to go out and find opportunities. But what I do in supporting my clients is to go out on their behalf. Like, I'm representing your company. Okay, I am representing your company to go out and find and identify partnership for you to leverage. For example, with my current client, I was able to connect with someone here on LinkedIn who is the VP of an organization. And this company supports DoD, Department of Defense, which is one of the biggest and largest when it comes to spending. And because, again, the mission is big. We have all the different branches. So I was able, because this is the work that I do, because you don't have the time, I go out, do the research on your behalf, identify that company or a person within that company, have a conversation before, and then I introduce your company to the person that I'm speaking to on Zoom or in person. And then I ask, after sharing your information about your company, because I want to leverage what you're doing, because again, I'm not representing my company in this moment. I'm representing your company. So I have that first initial conversation to kind of, again, build that connection, build that rapport, and also share the great things that you are doing as a company as a whole and what you're looking for in the sense of partnership. And then I create that schedule to where that individual from that company can now meet with my client to have a conversation for potential opportunities to team, to partner. And my client was able to do that just last month. So there's a conversation. There's a follow-up meeting in June as well, too. So this is what I do for you, because you don't have the time, but I have the time to make sure that I'm able to bring in aligned potential partnership for you as you're beating. And Samantha said that partnership is key. Yes, it is. Whether that's in business, whether that's in relationships, it is key for your growth. Because think about it, if you're in a relationship and your partner, whether that's your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever that significant person is, if he or she is not in alignment with you, what happens? You kind of feel yourself shifting back. You kind of feel yourself not growing how you want to grow because you had ambitions, you had dreams, and now you feel like that dream, that ambition is kind of being tinted a little bit. And you have to, kind of step back and be like, okay, who do I need to really align myself with in this relationship and also in my business partnership? Is the same thing. And that is what I help you with. So thank you for that, Samantha. It is essential. Yes. So strategic growth is number one. So when it comes to partnership, what kind of partnership could help you 10x your mission this year? So let me know in the chat, what type of partnership could help you 10x your mission for 2025? Because we all set our goals. Okay, we all set our goals in the beginning of the year or end of last year. So drop in the chat if you can have a partnership. What does that look like? And as a tech founder, as you're listening, as you're watching this later on, who would be a great partner? Who have you been thinking like, man, I would love to partner with, but I don't have the time to do the outreach. I don't have the time to do the research. And if you don't, DM me, send me a DM saying, hey, Shevvy, I watch your live. I would love to learn more about how you can support me as a BD or whether that's innovation, because they all tie in together. So when it comes to SBIR, submitting your first phase one, guess what? You need business development. And that's what I bring to. It's not just writing a proposal and submitting. You have to like, oh, what type of support do you have to submit this grant proposal to that agency? Because they're looking for a partnership. They're looking to say, okay, have you done some research? Have you identified potential partners that you can partner with to bring this to the commercial market? Because that is the goal. The goal is not for you to just submit and be awarded. The goal is to be awarded, but also take this innovation to the commercial market. And in order to do that, you have to build those partnerships from the beginning. And this is what I do. And I love doing this because I'm here to help you win. I'm here to help you sustain your business. And when you work with me, you have someone who cares about your business, okay? You truly have someone who cares about your business and your overall success as you grow your tech company. So we talked about strategic growth. Now let's talk about partnership that drives innovation. Because when you have that partnership, you're able to really drive your innovation to success. It's not you doing it all alone. Now you're able to leverage the resources of that company. Maybe you are in the energy space. Maybe you're in the cyberspace, and you're at the stage of you're 5 years in, but you have another company who's been doing this for 15 years. You're able to leverage that innovation, their thought process of how to do things, their equipment of to get your innovation to the market. So it's all about how can you bring diverse support into your innovation. That comes with partnership. That comes with having conversations. That comes with building those relationships from the beginning. So let me know, again, what partnerships have you been thinking about? And like, I need to, and maybe you're not in the tech space, but really think, whatever it is that you do, who would be a great person for you to reach out to start building that relationship? Maybe it's 6 months from now that you can both can leverage each other, because it's a win-win. It's not just you going in and say, hey, we're looking for partnership. Let's use your resources. No, as a small company, you have to look at, okay, what am I bringing to support this big company? How can I leverage their resources, but also they can leverage my resources? Maybe it's a certification. Maybe it's, something else. Like, you have to determine how does your business and this company aligns, but also that's what I help you with as well too. And Last but not least, when it comes to partnership, like I said, it is not optional, it is essential. And like Samantha said, it is key for your business growth. You have to make sure you have the right partner. You have the right partnership. And sometimes we may think it's right, but then it doesn't work out. But then we adjust and we pivot. But what I do the research. I do the vectoring for you so that when this person comes to you, there's alignment. It's not a waste of your time. It's not a waste of their time because I'm speaking on behalf of you before the person even gets on the call with you. And I know you're like, I just got to show up. Yes. You just have to show up and sell your company, sell what you do, share what you do. That's what you have to do. And Rochelle said she definitely cares. Yes, thank you. Like, honestly, when we work together, you're not getting someone who's just doing the work. You're getting someone who truly does the work we execute because we're not wasting time. We're not just spending money just to be spending money. We are investing money and we are getting things done because you're paying for a service. You're going to get what you paid for, but also you're going to get someone who is going to go be above and beyond for your business. Like I'm an employee, even though I'm not. I'm part of your team. And that's how I see myself. I fit into your company to make sure that when I represent you, whether on Zoom, like I said, or in person, I am speaking on behalf of your company with integrity, with my resilience, with my ability to connect and build rapport, but also share the impact and the mission that you have going on. So that potential partner can not only hear the words, but they can visualize having a conversation with you, working with your company. And that is part of the win of working with moi. Okay. Yeah. So it's all about the right alignment because you have to look at the shared vision. You have to look at the culture. Is there culture? When I connected my client to this potential partner opportunity, there was alignment. The culture was there. The care for people, the impact that they're making was in alignment. And even on the call, because I'm there on the call as well too, because I want to make sure that it's not just here you go, do your thing. It's like, oh, let me introduce you. And I'm here to make sure that if there are any follow-up questions, any follow-up information, it is taken care of. And even in the call, the person said to my client, yes, there's a lot of opportunities that we can mesh. Let's reconnect at this time. Okay. So you just have to show up, friend. That is all you have to do is show up and deliver on your part. So question, have you elevated your partnerships? Think about any partnerships that you have currently right now, or maybe in the past. How did you, leverage, not even elevate, how did you leverage those partnerships? Because sometimes we have those opportunities and we don't really leverage those opportunities the right way. But what I do is really focus on making sure that these opportunities that we are creating with these potential partnerships, because nothing is guaranteed. This is building the rapport, because even though we may have a conversation, it may not lead to anything in that moment, but this company is now aware of your capabilities. They are aware of your integrity, your mission, your vision. And maybe 3-6 months from now, they reach back out to say, hey, Shevvy, I want to work, or they might reach out to you directly. Hey, I want to work with X, Y, and Z. We had a great conversation. We have an opportunity. We have this federal contract and opportunities. That is the power of building strong and aligned partnership. And I'm here to help you do that. So if you are a tech founder and you're watching this and you're like at capacity, my friend, and you are tired, you're excited, but you're also overwhelmed. And when I say overwhelmed, because you are trying to manage all the pieces within your business. And yes, you have team members, whether that's subcontract, whether that's an employee, but they are also full with doing what they like. Their plates are full with their workload. And they are holding on by a string as well, too. So why not leverage someone like me to come. Look at me. I am like pulling, like, let me leverage. Leverage someone like me who has the experience, the execution to come in and help you to take off some of that load from you so that you can really step fully into being that CEO, running your company as a CEO, making those decisions, serving your clients as a CEO, because this part of your business is taken care of. That business development aspect, that outreach, that the research is taken care of by your girl, Shevvy, or your friend. Okay. So I want to invite you to reach out to me, send me a DM if you would love to learn more about my one-on-one support when it comes to business development and SBIR advisory support. So whether you're looking for innovation grants or federal opportunities to leverage and scale your business or your innovation, reach out to me. Send me a DM. I would love to have a conversation. And next week, I'm not going to be doing it this week. I was going to do my workshop this week, but there's a lot going on. Actually, I'm working on a phase 1 DOD right now for submission. So that's in my background. So when I'm done with this live, that's what I'm going to be working on because we have a deadline. And this is what I'm doing for my client. This is what I can do for you as well too. So if you are in that space looking for business development, I invite you to reach out. Have a conversation. You don't have to make a decision. It's just a conversation. And that's part of being a CEO, making the decision to have a conversation. And then you get to decide yes or no. You can continue on the path of where you're at, or you can decide to say, you know what? Here you go, Shevvy. Take on this load. And then let me know what you need from me to make sure that we are good to go. But I invite you. I want to thank you all for joining. Next week, I'll be hosting my free workshop, SBIR Made Simple, because it can be complicated, but I like to simplify things to make sure that you don't have to add any additional load on your mental capacity because you have a lot going on already. So friend, as always, I want to thank you for joining me today. I want to thank Rochelle for joining me as always. Thank you, Samantha, for being here as well too, and Chanella. Thank you so much for joining. Definitely appreciate you all supporting, showing up. Please share this live with someone that you feel like, hey, you know what, this would be a great live for this person to watch, or someone to connect to me. So just let me know. As always, thank you so much for joining. I will see you all next Wednesday. And don't forget to reach out, and we're all about helping you to help and support you when it comes to business development and SBIR advisory support, especially as a tech founder. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all next Wednesday on the Executive Innovation Show, where innovation meets funding, execution meets leadership. Have an amazing day, y'all, and I will see you all next Wednesday.